Guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's CJ, and today I am going to be using makeup that I don't typically reach for. So I don't have a huge makeup collection. I have like one drawer and a dresser that's like right here. So I don't have too terribly much, but you know, as humans, we do kind of tend to pick things that work well initially and then just keep rolling with it, and then not really using anything else. And so I want to do that today. I want to use the something else. I'm going to pin my hair back and we'll just go ahead and get started, I guess. So, okay, the first thing that I'm going to, I already like washed my face and put moisturizer on. That was like an hour or so ago though. So the first thing I'm going to use is this Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. This seems kind of more like a skincare item to me. So I did have it in my bathroom for a long time. And I guess that's kind of like why I haven't reached for it, is because I don't do my makeup in my bathroom. But like I'm so set on my skincare routine that like I just never used this. So I feel like maybe if I move this into my makeup room, I'll use it more often. But I have used it a few times and I really don't have any complaints. Like I like how it worked and everything. I'm not huge on face oils because I have oily skin, but sometimes if they're done right and like not too oily, like I think they can be beautiful. And this one's not so much of an oil to me. It seems kind of more like a serum, like it's thicker. Oh, I'm going to turn my little thing on. But I don't know. I like it. I think it has some like, it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but nothing that you can really see on the skin. So I have no complaints about that. I like that one. I used this foundation in the full face of Nude Beige products or whatever. This is literally the only other foundation I have besides my L'Oreal one. And I got this for free because my boyfriend's sister had like a huge box of makeup at Thanksgiving that she was just like, I don't want this, take it. And I was like, okay. But I've used this a few times and I like it. Like I said in that one video, the full face of like Nude Beige products or something. I like this. Will I actually like ever purchase it? No, because I like my L'Oreal one better. But I will say I do like it. Even though it's the hydrating one, it works and lasts pretty dang well on my oily skin. So like I have no complaints in that department. But yeah, I mean, I like it. Do I think it's incredible and life-changing? No. But I'm going to use it because I got it for free. And it would be wasteful of me to not use it. So I'm going to use my damp beauty sponge and just pounce that into my skin. As per usual, this cheek is red, so I'm just, building. For my concealer, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me by itself. I never use it by itself. Usually I add it onto different things, but I'm trying to switch things up today. And I'm going to put it on my under eyes first and kind of like let it sit as I blend out it on like the other parts of my face, just because I have pretty dark circles. I always have dark circles because that's just like my face. But also, I don't really sleep that much. So I'm going to let it sit because this concealer is one that's hydrating enough that you can let it sit to kind of let the coverage build up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on my nose, my forehead, the normal spots. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, because this cheek is so red, I'm going to use my Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer and just put it right where I'm super red. This concealer is like my exact skin tone. It's not anything light. So it won't, like that Maybelline one is a little bit lighter, not too much, but just a little. So this is just going to act as more so coverage right here, which is what I need. So I'm just going to let it sit there for a second and I'm going to explain something real quick. Okay, so the next product that I'm going to use is kind of cheating because I bought it like a couple weeks ago and now I use it every single day, but I have not filmed with it. And so because this video, I'm trying to like use newer products so I'm not so like stale in the content, I'm going to use it on here, even though I have been using it pretty much every day because I like it. And it's not the Becca one, which that's the one I talk about all the time on my channel. So I feel like this one's a little bit new and fresh and fun. And so it's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. It's in 05 Fair. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now, I see that Covergirl, man, like, that covered pretty well. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I'm going to tap out. This Maybelline concealer is super hydrating, so it does crease. So it's one that, like, before you set it, you really do need to, like, go in and make sure nothing, like, you're not setting creases. Okay, so with this Maybelline powder, I have been applying it recently just with my beauty sponge, which I never used to do. But I actually really, really enjoy how it looks. Also, I just want to say I enjoy the packaging of like just the little grid in the hole way more than the freaking net thing that was in the Becca one. Like, this is just so much easier to use for me. So I'm going to dip into there. It's pretty well coated. It's nothing crazy. I'm just going to tap it in here. And down the bridge of, like, not the bridge, but like down my nose. Another thing that I like about this powder is it does have like a tiny, tiny amount of pigment to it. So it does add just a little more coverage. And that's something that I do wish the Becca powder, like, because it's transparent, I do wish that powder had a little bit of pigment to it, just because I do need that coverage, you know, and I don't want to have like a ton of concealer on or anything. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I do like that this has a tint to it. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a thicker, fluffier powder brush to set the rest of my face. But I'm going to I always get like creasing right here. I'm going to tap that out first and then blend it out. But y'all, I'm enjoying this powder. Like, I'm now starting to reach for it more than my Becca one, and that is not something I ever thought I would say. Because for months, I've only been loving that Becca one. Like, I haven't found a drugstore powder, like, anything like that. And just this, I love it. And it locks my makeup in all day. I do feel like maybe the Becca one holds my makeup a little bit more matte throughout the day. Like, I feel like this one does start to kind of get a little luminous and stuff throughout the day, but nothing bad. Like, do I think I will be able to use this in the summer when it's hot? Probably not, but I don't know, the AC is out at my work, so I do sweat a lot, and I haven't really experienced any issues. So there's that. Okay, so now I'm going to use a bronzer. Which bronzer do I want to use? This is something I rarely ever use. I'm just going to use the bronzer in it because there's a blush that I do want to use. I got this at Sephora, not out of a box. Oh, I'm not even saying where I got this. Okay, Wonder Beauty, I got out of a BoxyCharm. I didn't pay full price for this. I think everything else I paid for with my own money, except for that Tarte foundation. Oh, and then the sponge I got out of a BoxyCharm. But anyway, okay, so this I actually bought from Sephora. It's like, I think, one of my last Sephora purchases, and I got this freaking, like, maybe a year ago. Like, I haven't been to Sephora in forever. But it's one of those, like, where you can make your own, it looks like Neapolitan ice cream. But it's like you can pick your own pans and stuff. So I picked out a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. The highlight's a little too pinky for me. And I knew that when I bought it, but like I had to get something else. And I mean, I do enjoy it if I'm like needing a pinkier highlight. I mean, it's a really good formula, but it's just not my favorite color. But the blush and the bronzer are actually really, really nice. And I just never reach for this because I don't know why. It's just not something I always reach for. And I feel like I should because it's a good bronzer. And I am actually going to use this more so as like a contour shade because it is a little bit cool. I mean, it has a hint of warmth to it, but nothing too crazy. So I'm going to use this angled Moda Pro brush, and I'm going to contour with this. And then I think I have like a shimmery bronzer and another face palette that I'll use. And recently, I've kind of been like going in a little bit further with my contour. Like usually I would stop like right there. But I don't know, for some reason recently, I've kind of been like, once most of the product is off the brush, like pouncing it pretty good, like right here. Just to kind of get that little, that made no sense. But that's what I've been trying. I don't know. I've been enjoying how it looks. And as I said, I have gained a decent amount of weight the past few months, year. And so I already have a round face. I literally, oh my goodness. Okay, so I look very young. I know this. It was something I used to be very, very self-conscious about. Now I kind of don't care. Now I think it's like a joke now because I get the comment everywhere. But I look super, super young. I know. Like, I have my entire life. I just have that face, I guess. And I know it's going to be good in the long run when I'm older and, like, you know, because when you get older, you want everyone to think you look young. But, like, when you're 18, 19 years old and trying to get into clubs and people are like, oh, get the hell out of here, then it's not so much fun, you know? But anyway, so yesterday I was at the grocery store and I was checking out and I had like a bottle of wine in my cart. And so I'm just now at the point in my life where I don't even like, I just have my ID out. I know they're going to card me. Like, I know. And so I have my ID out because I guess the checkout lady like didn't have her alcohol license or something. So she had like to call someone else over to scan it or whatever. So like I had my ID out and you know, she walked over and looked at me and I was handing my ID to her. She's like, oh girl, you know I'm going to need to card you. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I know. She's like, you barely look 13. I'm like, I'm 26. I'm going to be 27 in 2 months. What are you talking about? I told my boyfriend that when I got home and he's like, does that make me like a pervert? And I was like, I don't know, man, but that's 13 is a new one. I heard 13 maybe when I was like 17 or 18. Now when I'm almost 27 years old. Like, bitch, I got a 401k plan. And you're telling me I look like I'm 13. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know why that just like, it cracked me up. And if it would have been a few years ago, I would have been like pissed because it was like embarrassing. But now I just think it's like, it's a joke almost. I don't know. So I'm going to take, where is it? I'm going to take this brush. I love this for nose contour. It's another Moda Pro brush. It's a little bit thicker, so it doesn't make such a harsh line, which I've not been into like the super harsh line recently. So I'm just going to lightly dust that on my nose. See, I love this I love this bronzer as a contour. Like, I don't know why I don't reach for this. I guess because for a while I was using, and I'm sure you've seen it, or probably not, but maybe, I don't know. But I did get like that Tarte Park Ave Princess contour like face palette thing. And so I was using that for a while because it had like multiple steps in there and it was just quicker. But I don't know. I think I actually like this this contour shade a lot better. Like, I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's really, really good. I'm not going to use the other two shades in there because I'm trying to be frisky and reach out, you know, and try different things. So I'm going to put that up. And then for my bronzer, I'm actually not this. I'm not going to use this. Okay, so for my bronzer, I'm going to use this palette, which I never use, ever. And I hate that I don't use this. I need to use it. It's something that I got out of a BoxyCharm. It's the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. I hate the packaging on it. It's like one of those, it's just difficult to hold, you know, when you're doing your makeup. But what I'm going to do is, because I do have like that matte contour on, is I'm going to mix the two bronzer shades. Like, there's this matte one and then there's this shimmery one. I'm actually going to kind of lightly dip into both and use that as a bronzer because I do kind of want a little bit of shimmer today. So I'm going to use another Moda brush because I guess I just really like these brushes. I think they're really cool. And I'm going to dip mostly in that matte one, but then I'm going to touch the shimmery one and then dust it off and kind of just blend that over where I put that contour. I don't know why, like, I never reach for this palette. I think it's honestly just because I hate the packaging so much, which that's stupid. But like, I don't know, the highlights are too dark for me. Like I think they look too dark for me. The blushes, I already have blushes that I like, and these colors are a little too like baby girl pink. I don't know. They're just not colors I would naturally gravitate towards. But I do want to use this because I know it's a decent product. Like, the bronzer looks nice. This clip is too big and it keeps making my hair fall. You see though, I did curl my hair for today. You're welcome. Okay, so for blush, I am going to use this Milani blush. And no, it is not the Luminoso blush. How dare you? It's the same formula though. Like, it's in the same packaging and it's the same baked. It's in Rose d'Oro. It's 02. I really like this, especially in the fall, because it does have like that deeper burgundy color to it. But I think it's beautiful. Like, it is this burgundy with a hint of gold warmth in it. I really do enjoy this blush. But just, I like the Luminoso one better on an everyday basis because it is just more natural and flushed and whatever. Like, I think this does have like a little more intense, not intense, but it looks more so like not everyday, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't really dip in, but it is a beautiful blush. Like, I really do like it. Now, one of the things I have been doing that Alyssa Ashley told me to is not putting blush like right here. It's kind of just like starting it midway and going back. Because you don't want to add like anything really crazy right here because that just makes your cheeks look bigger, and that's what I don't want. But see, that's a beautiful, I love this blush. Like, I think it's so pretty. I think it would be really good, like, if you, it kind of looks not sunburnt, but it has that, like, almost terracotta element to it where it's just, I don't know. I really like this blush. I think it's really, really pretty, and I wish I used it more. I need to. So, I'm going to go ahead, I guess I'll go ahead and just do my highlight. So I'm going to use this pinkier one in this Makeup Forever little trio. See, it's definitely not like a crazy highlight, and I think it is because it has that pink tone to it. So it does, especially with me, because I have pretty rosy cheeks, I do think it kind of blends into the skin more so than anything like super champagne-y would. Okay, so for my eyeshadow, I'm going to use a palette that I've had for, I think, 2 years now. I got it for Christmas, not this past year, but I think the year before. And I got it off Nicole Cutler's review and just her face because she's beautiful. And I feel like me and her have very similar tastes in makeup. Like, she loves the smoked out lash line, like lower lash. I don't know. I love her. I think she's great. I will link her channel below. So I got this Urban Decay Born to Run palette off of her recommendation. Also because everyone else was, any review that I saw was good. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to ask for that for Christmas. Now, I do love this palette. I think it is gorgeous, but I do not use it because it is very colored. And as I've mentioned so many times on my channel, like, I do work an office job, and so I feel like uncomfortable when I wear very like colorful, heavy eye makeup to an office because I feel like it's almost a waste of the effort almost. So that's why I don't use this. The few times I have used it, I've loved it. I do love this palette. I think it works, and like the quality is top notch. But the reason I don't really use it is because it doesn't really have like the neutral everyday colors that I go towards. Like, this Riff color is a little too warm for what I like to wear. This one. For what I like to wear every single day. So that's why I don't typically dip into this palette, but I'm going to today. And I kind of want to use, I think I want to use this Guilt Trip color. It's like this true purple shimmer. I think that's beautiful, and it's not a color I would ever think to use, like, ever, really. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to take, and yes, okay, my brushes, they have pigment on them, like from the last video I filmed, but like, the pigment's not there. Like, it doesn't come off anymore. It's just a little stained. I need to wash my brushes. That's me saying that. So I'm going to go first just into this Weekender shade. It's basically my, it's basically my skin tone. Okay, and then I'm going to go into Still Shot. Yeah. I'm going to use the same brush because that Weekender shade, it's my literal skin tone. But I wanted something a little more neutral before going into this like peachy Still Shot color. So I'm just going to blend basically this Still Shot into Weekender just to kind of get a color that's a little more wearable to me. Because I don't want it to be too peach. I'm not trying to go for like a pink and purple thing. I'm trying to, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what I'm going for, but we're going to figure it out together, and it's going to be a fun ride. That's what it's going to be. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is go into that Riff color, and I'm going to go just a tinge bit lower than those earlier shades, but not too much so. And I'm gonna use another Moda Pro brush. Did I say what the other brush was? The other brush was it was like an Amazon brand. It's Bestow. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna dip into Riff and go just a little bit lower than those other two, but nothing too crazy. Okay, and then I'm going to take this brush. It is an e.l.f. blending eye brush. It's super tiny. And also, yes, it's beat to hell in bag. It has like dog chew marks on it. I love this brush. I've used this thing for years, especially on my lower lash line. But the other packer brush that I used to like put things in my outer corner is currently stained with blue. So I'm not going to use that one. So anyway, I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to go into Punk, which is a warmer toned brown. It's like the black shade. I will say the black is like it has a hint of like shimmer to it. I wish it was a pure matte black. I think that's probably my only gripe. But I also don't really use black eyeshadow, so it's not a real true gripe. It's just kind of me being a bitch. Yeah. I'm gonna go into Punk, and I'm going to pack that onto my outer V. Yeah, and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush that doesn't really have anything on it, and I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit more into those other shades. Okay, yeah. I actually really like how that looks. That looks good, huh? Okay, so now I'm going to take my favorite lid brush of life because it's like small enough to actually hit my lid. It is another Bestow brush. It looks like this. I don't know. Stuff will like randomly autofocus on this phone, and then sometimes it won't, and I don't really understand the difference, but whatever. And then I'm going to take my Milani fixing spray or setting spray. It's the Make It Last one because I ran out of my other one, the bougie one that I was trying to use up, so I'm glad. And then, okay, so I'm going to spritz that because I'm going in with the shimmer. I'm going to go into Guilt Trip, which I'm actually very excited to use because I love purples, and purples on hazel eyes look really pretty. And yeah. So I'm going to dip into that, and then I'm just going to go and pack that onto my eyelid. Okay, and yes, I know there's like a harsh line where the purple meets the brown. I'm going to fix that in a little bit. Okay, so it looks a little tragic right now, but we're going to fix it. It's fine. The cool thing about eyeshadow is you can always fix it most of the time. First, I'm going to go back into Riff and kind of blend those edges out a little bit more, and then I'm going to go back into the deeper shade and kind of build more on the outer V. Okay, you know what? No, it's not tragic looking. I think it actually looks good. Hello. I thought I was like messing shit up so bad. Y'all, okay. I'm my own worst critic. Like, I have filmed so many eyeshadow videos that I have not posted because I'm just like, no, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Like, I don't like it. Because people are so mean. Like, okay, they just had like that whole thing like exposed where like there's freaking Facebook groups just like making fun of people. What is that? Who are these people? Like, makeup is taken so seriously now. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm literally just slapping pigment on my skin to make my eyes pop. Like, it is the least important thing in the world. Like, not the least, but you know what I mean. And so it's just like, people are so serious about it. And I get so nervous nowadays because it is taken so seriously. And I don't want to like be made fun of. And I guess I'm kind of doing myself a disservice by posting videos on the internet, but that's fine. I mean, I don't care. People can say what they want. Anyway, okay, so I actually really like how this looks. I am going to go in back to that deeper shade and build up the outer V, but first I'm going to do my lower lash line so that I can connect the outer V to the lower lash line. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do that first. And I'm initially just going to go in with this brush. It is a Luxie Mini Tapered brush. And I'm going to I'll dip into Riff first, but I do think I kind of want to use Still Shot, like that Peacher shade a little bit as well. But first I'm just going to dip into Riff and blend that. And I'm going to take the same brush and just dip in a little bit of that into Still Shot, just a little bit, and mix that in, just so that I love when the top and bottom mix. And also I love these two colors mixed together. Like, I just think it is the prettiest little combo. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with another, it's from the same set as that other brush I just used, but it's another Luxie brush. It's the mini round brush. And I'm going to take that and go into the Punk shade. And also I'm going to connect it to the top dark color. And then I'm actually just going to keep using this brush because I feel like it. And I'm going to start deepening up the same Punk shade into the outer corner. I'm going to start building that up just with this brush because I have it. I kind of like how this looks, you guys. I'm going to take just that same, I don't even think I've put anything, like any product on this, and just kind of blend those lines out. Okay, so I really, really, really like how this looks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tight line my upper lash line. And I have actually the perfect eyeliner to do that with. This is by Colourpop. What color is this? It's called Call Me. It is a dark brown, almost black, but it's got the slightest hint of purple in it. And even though it's just going on my tight line, and it's really not going to make any difference, you know, because you can't really see it, only, you know what I mean? But I'm still going to use it anyway, because I don't have a black. And I'm sure you all know what tight lining is and how awkward it is to like watch people put it on. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my nude eyeliner. I use the Pixi one. This isn't anything, this is the only nude eyeliner I have, so I can't like use other things, you know what I mean? This is the Eye Bright liner in number 1 nude. I'm going to put that on my waterline just to open things up. I think if you had bigger eyes, that Call Me color by Colourpop, that would be beautiful. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do with the eyes is just do the inner corner and the brow bone. And to do that, I'm going to, I'm just gonna take this pencil brush that I have. It's another Moda Pro one. And I'm going to go into basically the only shimmery like inner corner color that will work for me in this palette. It's Breakaway. And I'm just gonna dip that into I have an eye booger. Oh my goodness. If y'all have had to see that, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to do the same thing and just highlight my brow bone. Okay, so I don't have any like new mascara, like different mascaras to use. I only have my normal everyday mascaras that I wear. So I'm going to put those on just off camera because it doesn't matter. No, and watching people put mascara on is really boring. But I will tell you what I'm going to use. And that is the Milani, the Violet One eyelash primer. Ooh, an autofocus. Look at that. Cool. My little Samsung phone. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use that as an eyelash primer. And then I'm going to use the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. And I'm just going to do that off camera because y'all don't care. So I'll be back. Hey guys. I'm back. I went ahead and put on that lash primer and the mascara. I also went ahead and just did my eyebrows because I don't have anything like other than like what I always use. So the last thing I'm going to do is my lip color. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a lip balm just because my lips are like kind of chapped. Okay, so I don't really want a very structured lip look with this eyeshadow just because I feel like something effortless will just make it look grungy and cute and cute. That's a mix of words. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I'm going to take the lip liner that I use pretty much every day. So this isn't something new. It's the Revlon lip liner in Nude. And then I'm going to use a lip gloss that I rarely ever use. You can't even see what I'm doing. So if it were any other day and I wasn't filming this video, I would leave it like this because I like how it looks and it's just easy. But because I'm doing a video where I use things I don't often use, I'm going to use this lip gloss. Also, I got this out of a BoxyCharm. It is by Iconic London. It is their lip plumping gloss in Nearly Nude. It just looks really, really pretty. Yeah, that's a weird looking toe foot. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put this on and call it a day. It's pretty. I like the color. I do like the color, actually. I'm not the hugest lip gloss. Ooh. That's got a tingle. And like a pretty mentholy thing. I will say a lip gloss that I have used for a while and it's like a plumping lip gloss, but I actually like, I don't know. I don't want to say I like how that one feels better than this because I just put this on, but it's like the Buxom, you know, their plumping lip gloss. And it's in the shade Dolly, I think. I love that stuff. That stuff is good. And it's like a lip plumping thing, and there's like a slight mintiness to it, but it's not overpowering and it doesn't like hurt almost. This one, it doesn't hurt. Now this one kind of faded. So this one's good. I like this one actually. I think this looks pretty. I like how this looks. I like how the look turned out a lot, besides this one eyebrow being a bitch, but that's, you know, just my fault. I love this eyeshadow. Like this eyeshadow, I don't know if I can really tell, but oh my goodness, I like this eyeshadow a lot. That foundation I've used before. It's a decent foundation. I don't think it's anything to write home about. It already kind of creased on my nose and I had to rub it off. That Maybelline concealer is a ride or die of mine. I never really use it on its own, but I do use it in conjunction with other things constantly. Like, I think it's a great product. That Maybelline Fit Me powder I think is incredible. It's kind of starting to replace my Becca powder, which is a little scary because that was like my fave. The Makeup Forever powders that this thing. Okay, I love this actually. Like, I do think the highlight actually looks really pretty. I think you can kind of see it like pretty well. I really like this highlighter. It is pinky, which is fine. I mean, would I wear this every single day? Most likely not. But now that I've used this and I'm seeing it, I kind of would use this like on a more glamorous trip to Target. Because I don't really go anywhere. But anyway, you know what I mean. I do really like this highlight. It's beautiful. And the bronze, I mean, the contour shade that I used, I love this. I think their powders, like, you can't really beat them. You know, they're expensive and stuff, which, whatever. I mean, not whatever, but you know what I mean. I think they are kind of worth the price point. Like, there's a lot of expensive stuff that's just shit. This isn't. I think all of these are really, really good, honestly. So I really like how my contour came out, how my highlight came out. This Tarte thing, I don't really like this very much. I mean, the bronzer looks okay. It's not my favorite bronzer color, but just, I don't know. I don't really like the blush shades that they picked out in this. The highlighters are too dark for me. They don't really look like it on camera, but in person, like, they're actually much darker. And then the two blush colors are just a little too, like, little girl-ish. And also, I hate the packaging, which is stupid. And if it was something that, like, if I liked the product inside, I wouldn't really mind the packaging. But I just don't like the packaging. And also, the product inside's not great. So, there's that. This eyeshadow palette, as I've said, it's a great eyeshadow palette. And I need to use it way more often because it's something that it does make me go out of my comfort zone because there's only a few neutrals in here, but just I feel like the pops of color that they have are just so good, and just like they're just colors that I would use. And I think that's it. Is that it? Now that this gloss has been on for like 2 minutes, I'll say the tingleness went away. So now it's like, I actually really like this lip gloss. I'm not gonna lie. I need to use this more often as well. But yeah, that's it really. My face primer, I can't really like tell a huge difference. This Wander Illuminating Face Oil, I can't really like tell a huge difference. So I'll probably need to try this out a few more times. I've tried this before and like, I do like it, but I don't know if it makes such a huge difference that it's like worth the price and or the extra step in my routine. So there's that, but it's not bad at all. That's it. that's it for this video. I was thinking actually, okay, so I was like, I'm gonna use products that I should use more often, and and it's gonna be a thing. I'm like, that's like a freaking shop my stash video, which are huge right now. So it's really not as creative as I originally thought it would be, but I do really actually enjoy the shop my stash videos. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. It was nice of you, and I hope you will like this video and subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Or watch the one that like pops up in the little end screen. Yeah. Have a nice one, you guys.